Well, we became the champion of UEFA Champions League for the second time in history.
And he lifts it high into the air.
For that reason, we are filming this video with Chelsea shirt. Chelsea's character, in my opinion, has improved the level in Europe, by which I mean Manchester City or Paris Saint-Germain clubs, for example, ain't known as scary or maybe first-class clubs in Europe, which if you ask me, that's because they haven't yet become the champion of UEFA Champions League.
You losers, you guys should hang out in the back. Hey, that clearly includes you. Come on, get back there.
We begin this video by congratulating to Chelsea and its fans. Well done Tuchel, well done guys, well done Chelsea. Hi there, how's it going? This is Amit Chamani and we are here again to talk about and enjoy football. As you may notice, this is our new setting and I may miss the previous one. So let's begin the video. Has this thought ever crossed your mind that what football players do after retirement? The working life of football players is about 10 to 20 years and their bodies won't let them to play professionally maybe after their early to mid 30s. Even this working life ain't completely guaranteed as many of football players have to quit football sooner because of serious injuries. Increased risk of injury plus lacking the efficiency required for helping their team are maybe the main reasons for retirement. For goalkeepers though, and even maybe attackers or defenders, the age limit can reach up to 40, but you can barely find a midfielder who plays after 35, as speed plays a key role in midfielder's job. Beside all these, Kazuyoshi Miura, if you ever watch this, don't mind, because none of it applies to you. He is a 54-year-old Japanese player who still plays as a professional football player. So yeah. First, I want to point out the fact, actually for me that was really surprising, that about 40% of football players end up broke as their high payments stop suddenly and they are not skilled enough to manage their assets or finances, or maybe some of them just trust wrong people with their belongings.
What is this shit?
Rich people problem, huh? Many of them don't realize the importance of saving and therefore overspend. Old habits die hard. Totally relatable.
Yeah.
Moral lesson. We should be thankful that we are not wealthy. I guess, yeah. Thanks that we are not wealthy. Anyways, some other are competent businessmen who invest wisely and continue making more and more money. Many current famous football players are also doing successful businesses. And what I'm going to talk about here are common paths footballers pursue after they hang up their boots. I personally put these post-retirement jobs into football-related and non-football related categories. No rhyme or reason, I just enjoy categorizing. And jobs related to football are mostly divided into 4 groups. Another self-made classification. The first group are players who get back to their club as a staff member. These are often the ones who have an intense interest in their club and it's like home for them. They have typically played in that club for many years and want to be a part of it afterward. And also they don't envy the pressure and stress of being, for example, a coach. A good example of that is Paul Nedved, who is Juventus vice president since 2015. He's a dedicated former Juventus player who was a member of club's board of directors for 5 years before 2015. Now that I'm thinking, a vice president, the search level is entirely unspecified for me. So let's assume that it's lower than a coach. Forgive me, vice presidents, if you're under so much pressure. Or the legendary Paolo Maldini, who returned to AC Milan after 25 years of playing for them as a technical manager or sporting strategy and development director, to be exact. The second group are the ones who enjoy continuing their career beside the field. They feel capable of leading a team and improving it by sharing their experience with them. These usually take part in coaching classes during their last years of playing, and actually they improve their knowledge about coaching. There are also players who are not interested in becoming a head coach, or maybe they ain't capable of doing that. So they go after jobs somehow in the same field, like becoming an assistant coach or a trainer or maybe a scout. And so with these kind of jobs, they remain close to the football team. Frank Lampard and Steven Gerrard, who are two almost new coaches, have retired from playing for Chelsea and Liverpool, and they both can become great coaches. Super Frankie, I'm still rooting for you. Some ex-players planning to become a head coach start their job as an assistant coach, or for example a coach of a youth team. An example of that is my favorite player, Ruud van Nistelrooy, who is now the coach of PSV Eindhoven under 19s. I'm really hoping that he become the coach, a head coach of Netherlands national team one day, and I wish him the best. The third group are players who have analytical views and good speaking skills, and instead of getting involved in team challenges or its stress, they prefer punditry. A prominent example of this group is Gary Neville, who I personally find more admiring than the time he used to play, honestly. Or other examples could be Rio Ferdinand, the former Manchester United player, or for example Jimmy Carragher, the former Liverpool player.
I mean, that is not a yellow card. That one is not. That one is. I mean, what point is actually? You telling me, Matt?
Everybody can of course comment on football, like me, like you, but these people's opinion would have a pronounced influence as they are famous and popular, and everybody wants to know what their opinion is about every matter in football. The fourth group are former football players who done a stunning job in business, and therefore they can afford to buy a share of a football club for themselves. Yeah, it's really wonderful. Good job, guys. David Beckham is a good example of this group, who is now the president and co-owner of Inter Miami, or the phenomenal Ronaldo Nazario, who is now the main owner of Real Valladolid. Now we get to the category who follow careers maybe not that much related to football. Some of them are obligated to do what they follow, and maybe some of them are interested in doing another job. When we talk about $1 million salaries, that's often regarding world-class clubs in the best leagues. But many other players don't have much income, so they have to do a side job to make ends meet. And they turn to the same job after retirement. Some players, on the other hand, find a totally different kind of interest. George Weah, for example, is now the president of Liberia. Great upgrade, I think. Or we sure know about the modeling and acting of David Beckham. Or Fabian Barthez, whose footwork was a little better than other goalkeepers of his time, entered modern world after football and followed that. Or Jose Manuel Pinto, who used to be a Barcelona goalkeeper, is now a Zumba instructor.
Right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide.
There are rumors that Gareth Bale wants to pursue golf professionally after retiring from football, which is going to happen soon apparently, even though I think he's still a first-class football player. These examples are numerous, which kinda warmed my heart as it shows that people can follow their heart no matter what their age or reputation is. This is our today's video, guys. Tell me who is your favorite retired player and what's he doing now. Thank you for watching until this point. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos about football. Have a nice day. Goodbye.